Hello everybody, it's RaXor here, and today we're back with another episode of Not a Game. Today we're gonna be doing a tutorial on how to solve the Rubik's Cube. I've gotten a lot of requests from people at school that are like asking me like how to solve it, and it's hard to show them verbally, especially when they're like too dumbfounded by it. They're just like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" And I'm just like, "It's not that hard, you're just resisting." So the first step of this is just don't resist. Have an open mind. It's got patterns and it's not that hard. Another thing I recommend is just mess around with the cube. You have to have one to practice it, obviously, but just mess around with it and make sure like you start understanding it, how the things work. The middle pieces will never move. These will always be middle pieces. You cannot get it out of position. They will always be there. White is always opposite yellow, orange is always opposite red, and then green is always opposite blue. Now, the other things to know is these edge pieces, those will always be edge pieces. You can only get edge pieces to other places in edge. And these are corners. These will always be corners. You cannot change that. Now, this is just a scrambled cube, and the method I'm going to be teaching you is going to be with Rubix. Now, let's see. The first step is going to be the white cross, and I do have this memorized, like I'm not a hypocrite, I can solve it without the algorithms, but this is just to show you. So, I don't think it actually has algorithms for the first one. So, what you need to do is you need to have the white side, I solve it for white first. Another thing, this website has updated a while since I learned it, so it's a little bit different. You need a white cross on top, and then these two also have to match. So, what you need to do is find colors probably on the bottom here. See, this one is white and green, and you need if this was here, you just need to get this green piece to match up to the other green. And then you just flip it so it's on top, so from yellow to white. So now these two are matched, and these two are matched. Most of the time, it's not going to be that simple. See, here, it's on the side, so you just flip it up, and now those are matching. Let's see if I can find here. So, this one is peculiar, because if you flip it up, it's going to be facing the wrong way. So you don't want to do that. What you want to do is put it onto its side. So it's on the side, here's yellow and here's white, and you're just going to want to move this top piece over, move this up, and then move that back, if that makes sense. All you're doing in this is just moving things out of the way and replacing it with another of the same. So, this one is on the side, so we need to get this onto the bottom. So now this is on the bottom. And now we just move this over to the blue, and then flip it up. So now the two blues are aligned, and then we have the white cross here. And all these are in the right places. Now here's where an algorithm comes into place. Next step is going to be these corners. Usually they're not in the right place, but here. Let's see if I can do this correctly. Now, for this, you still want to have white as the top. And what you're going to do is find what these two colors correspond to. So this one is red and blue. So move this between the red and the blue sides. Just call the centerpieces the side. So there's red side, blue side, green side, and orange, and then white side and yellow side. Just to make it easier. Alright, so for this, what you want to do is flip this downward to the color where there is no white. So just flip it down, and now it's over here. So you're just going to move it over here so it's in position, aligned with this blue one, and then you're just going to fix it. So now it's in place. It's also corresponding to this algorithm right here, the first one. Let's see. Okay, this one's already up here. So what we're going to want to do is just move this down on the... Just move it, do the exact same thing except from the top. This one doesn't have the white, so move it down, move it away, and then move it back up. So now this is on its side. So this is orange and green. So move that to the other side. This one doesn't have the white. So move this down, back, and back up. Now, this one is peculiar because it's got the white thing on the bottom. So we're still going to want to put this into position. So orange and blue. Now it should be on opposite sides. Now you're just going to do the same thing. So just flip any side down, it really doesn't matter. And what you're going to do is just flip the bottom one twice. And then put this back. And now this is on its side. And then you can do the same thing for the others. Just put it down. This one doesn't have the white. So put it down. Put it back. And then back up. And then, where's the last one? Here it is. So green and red. Right here. Doesn't have the white. Down, back, and up. So now you have the first layer solved. And that's the thing about the cube. You don't solve it by size, you solve it by layers. So it goes up. So now you're going to want to flip this over so the white side is the bottom. You're going to keep it like this for the rest of the time. And we're going to start working on the second layer. Now, the best way to do this is, so you see, find an edge that does not have yellow on it. So this one has blue and orange. You're going to want to put this right here. Now what you're going to want to do is match up the color that you can like this, not like this, because that's going to put it in backward. Now what you're going to want to do is move the top away from the other color. So this is the complete opposite side of this one. And then move the one that you moved it away from up, top back, top down. So now it looks like this. Okay, so what you are going to want to do is do what I told you to, but move it away, up, back, and then back. But when it looks like this, you don't want to do the same thing because it won't work. You're going to want the white to face plant down into here. And then move the side that you originally moved the color away from. Away, up, and back. Don't worry about that mistake. The thing is that algorithm that I used for the corners is not what I originally used. I usually use that. But I think it's a bit too complicated for a beginner. And this is the beginner's method. Like, this is probably the easiest way to do it. This is the way I learned. One of my friends is convinced that his is more easy because it's got less things, but it's not because you have to use like all sides when you're turning it, and that's just way too complicated. Now, same thing for this one. You see all three are in the positions, but they're all in the wrong spot. So you're just going to pop one out. So just use the same one. Away, up, back, down, and then face plant, and then put it back. I don't know. I think the algorithms match up here too. See, that's the thing. I'm not looking at the algorithms right now. All right, so same thing. Move it away from the color that it corresponds with. So this is orange. Move it away, up, back, down, and then face plant, and away and back. Alright, and now, where's the next one? Here's green, so put that over here. Now, this is red, so move it away from the red, up, back, down, face plant, away, up, back. And now that's in position. And you just do this for all the corners. Or the edges, I mean. And now you got 2 layers done. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is solve for the yellow cross. So let's move it down here. And there are many things that you could find. You could find this one dot. You could find this, a line or a cross. It really doesn't matter, but you have to have one of them or else you've done something wrong. And it's just the amount of times you have to do it. So if you find the dot, just do this algorithm on any side. It really doesn't matter. If you have this L shape, then do it on, well, this side that corresponds with the L, like what we have. If you have a line, then just do it like on one of the 2 sides of the line, so here or here, if the line was going that way. And then if you have a cross, you don't do it at all. So this one we have the L, so we have to do it multiple times. So you move the front face to the side, and then this face up, over, down, over, and then put this back. And now we have the line. And then we just keep doing this until you get the cross. This will take time. Don't think it's like a one-time thing. This does take time to learn. Alright, now the next thing is we're going to have to put these edges into place, because right now they're not exactly corresponding. Alright, so this one, we're just going to want to find as many that match up as possible. So if we just move it like this, we have the orange side and the blue side matched up. So the only things we have to fix are these two. We just have to switch them. And for that, we're going to use this algorithm up here, right here. So up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over. It's pretty simple, but you do have to memorize these algorithms. So now you have the white cross, and then the rest of this cube solved. So now all we need left are these corners right here. So let's see this. The yellow corners on their places. Now there's many things you can find for this as well. So let's see. Okay, we actually got a good example here. So none of these sides actually correspond with the colors. See this? These don't work well. These don't work. These don't work. And these don't work. So what we're going to need to do is use this algorithm. So up, right, up, hold on. I'm trying to find an easier way to say this so you don't have to memorize the sides. So just the top one, the right one, top one back, the left one, the top one again, the right one back, the top one back, and then the left one back. And what that does is just switches these corners around. So let's see which ones match up now. There will be one that matches up after. So this one is orange and blue. Now it doesn't necessarily have to like be oriented this way. It could very well just like, the colors just have to be here. It could just be flipped, and that's fine. So you just want to keep doing that until all the other ones work. So over, up, over, down, over, down. Now, we have all of them matched up. From my experience, once you have two that are matched up, that means the other two are also. So, now all we need to do is get these into the right orientation. So this is the last one. This is probably the one that people will mess up most on. What you need to do is this algorithm right here, and it looks like this. So the right side down, and then the bottom one over, right side back up, and then the bottom one back. And you're just going to want to keep doing that until the yellow one, the yellow in the top right corner, is finished. Now, what you don't want to do is, once this is done, you don't want to just flip over to the next one and continue. You want to make sure you finish that last thing, or it's going to mess up the whole thing. So, down, over, up, this, and you keep doing that until it's like this, and then you just orient the top. And there you go. You have a solved Rubik's Cube. Now, that did take a while, but that is just the demonstration for it. And here, let me show you the whole thing in action. I can prove that I'm not looking at the algorithms by just switching to this picture of, like, happy puppies. I had this planned just to prove it, that I can solve this, and this does work. And I never said I was the best at scrambling it. I'm really not. I'm actually worse at scrambling it than I am at solving it. Alright, so just to show the steps. Alright, so first we need the white cross. Flip this over, up, and then this over, this. Gran, where's Gran? There's Gran. Okay, and then now this. So this, and then let's go like this. This. Okay, and now put that there. Okay, one more. Okay. Alright, and there's the first side. And now just flip it over. And now move that over so it's away from it. Oh no. Oh no, my phone's falling down. Okay, there we go. Nothing happened. I'm a professional, guys. Alright, and then... Okay. And then that's done. Away. Okay. I'm not looking at algorithms. I don't have that many devices. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So I just have to make it all wrong. And then fix those two. Okay, fix those two. Do any of these line up? Yes, they do. One of them. Is that good? Yes, it is. And now we do the algorithm. And then finish it, like that. Make sure it happens in sets. Okay, well, don't get stuck. It looks like you messed up the whole cube, but you have to trust yourself on this. Okay, and now put this one in the top right. And then keep doing this. And there you go. The whole cube is solved. After you keep doing it, you're gonna get better and better at it, and you're gonna find a couple little tricks at it. I can solve it pretty fast. I know in this episode it took me like 15 minutes, but that's because I was showing you guys. I can usually solve it in about like a minute. Now this is not gonna get you the world record. If it does, I will be extremely impressed. But there are different algorithms for speedcubers. This is just the beginner's method on just solving it, not speedrunning it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to smash that like button and the subscribe button and the bell next to the subscribe button because you guys want to get notified when I upload, right? This weekend's a bit irregular. I uploaded 2. Hey, Teddy. And make sure to leave some comments if you like the episode. Just leave any feedback on that. Anything I should do, any tutorials, games I should play, what I should do in the current games I play. I don't know. There's a lot you can do. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!